It all started with this small treehouse. It's someone I knew that didn't want, and with 2021 lumber prices, I decided I'll salvage what I can. Brought it home and got to work. The idea here is to use a small section of the backyard for this and still leave enough open space. The most important part of this is the foundation work, and I decided to do it the same way we build fences. Dig a hole 2 to 3 feet deep, add posts, then cement. And we've got a stable structure to build on. So I rented an auger from Home Depot and dug 4 holes at 5 feet apart each. We need 4x4 fence posts for this step. I'm using the rapid post cement for this, generally used for fences, and it is very easy to work with. Basically just pour half a bag in, add some water, and mix. Keep doing this until we get to the top and have a thin paste-like consistency. And that's it. Make sure it's level and then repeat 3 more times. On average, it took me about 15 to 20 minutes for each post, and it takes 1 bag of cement for every foot in depth. And that's it, let it dry. This is about an hour after I poured it, and it's setting in nicely already. I let it sit for a few more days before I got started next. To kick things off, I started with the second floor base by cutting a couple of 2x6s to length on the miter saw. And screwed them level using 4-inch screws. And added a couple of 2x4s down the center to support the floors. I used my reclaimed fence boards for the floors so they were not all the same size. Cut them to length. And lay them in place. I ended up moving the slide to the right later on. I didn't record video for these steps, but basically I attached wooden deck rails to a couple of 2x4s to create a balcony type look. Next, I'm building the roof and rafters, starting it off with a couple of 45-degree cuts on 2x4s. And I'm attaching these with angle ties. And with the scraps from my 45-degree cuts, I screwed them to the top of the posts. I trimmed the excess using a reciprocating saw and added a couple of hurricane ties to secure it. Next, I started adding the walls to the bottom floor using regular fence boards. Now this is the lazy man's version of doing this. The proper method here would be to measure and cut on the miter saw. As we can see, the cuts are pretty rough and required sanding after. Here I'm starting on the monkey bars now. Find the center and draw a line down the middle, and vertically I'm marking where to drill, 12 inches apart each. And with a hole saw attachment, I drill where the lines intersect. For the second side, I'm just marking where to drill so they are perfectly aligned. I bought a couple of 1-inch dowels, which I'm cutting into 2-foot lengths. I went with 5 monkey bars in this design. Just attach them to the 2x6s and drill a 3-inch screw from the top so the bars don't move. These are deck joists I'm using to attach the base of the monkey bars. Now to finish off the roof with more fence boards. I left the right side above the slide open to allow for headroom. And here I'm adding a step for the monkey bars. And we're done.